Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to jump right into it and get started with putting up these new shelving units. So first of all, I have to go ahead and take down this shelf on the wall behind me. Alright, so I have the first shelf laid out and measured exactly where it's going to sit. I'm not going to record everything as I go. You guys have seen me do this a million times and it's kind of uninteresting at this point. And I am running out of memory on this card, so I don't want to run out of space before I finish. So I'm just going to do some brief check-ins along the way as I go. So here's where I'm currently at. The first shelf is all fully assembled and almost full. I'm thinking I'm probably going to throw these totes on the bottom over here up on the top of this shelf, and then I also shifted the shelf that was sitting here over to its permanent location here since this space opened up when I put those things on the shelf. So I'm going to get back to it and I will check in with you in a little bit. Here we are for another update. You can see I have the second shelf positioned and almost fully assembled, and I am actually pretty much running out of things to put on it. Looking at everything we had piled up, I wasn't sure if 2 shelves was going to be enough, but I think we'll have more than enough, and basically everything on this shelf right now is still stuff that we haven't unpacked yet from moving, so this is just really temporary storage for this stuff until we get to it. I do have a few things stored further down that I may want to move over here as well, but I will catch up with you guys for probably the final update in a little bit. Here is the final look for now. I did some rearranging and did pull a few things from further down and put them onto here. It's definitely helped gain some room where I need it elsewhere. I also found a pretty great place to stash our boxes of screens for upstairs. Most of the screens are not installed in the windows. They're just kind of here. They used to be in the crawl space, and since I cleaned that out, they've just been sitting around. I was leaving these gaps between the wall and the shelves mainly for cleaning purposes, and also you guys know that I'm always changing stuff around, so in case I wanted to gain access to the power in this wall again, it's easier to leave a little bit of space open for that. This second box is a little bit deeper and doesn't quite fit, but I'm thinking that I can shove this shelf over just that little bit to accommodate that box in that space, and those are pretty lightweight and easy to move in case I do want to clean or get into that wall space. So I think that's pretty much it that I'm going to do for right now. There's still kind of a lot to clean up and do over here, but you can see this area gaining a little bit more definition now. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with this space yet once I get it finally cleared out, but that is not going to happen really anytime soon, so I'm not even thinking about it yet. So I'm going to wrap it up for right now. I'm still a little bit iffy on the schedule for the shop vlogs. I'm still not fully back into it, but I am working on it, so I will see you back here soon. Hey you guys, right now I'm just doing a little bit of a check-in to keep up with the projects that I'm doing. First of all, most of you have seen that I got some new memorabilia stuff in. I have yet to hang these two, but I have hung the first one up here. This one kind of fit in the remaining space that I'm working with. I'm not sure where the other two will end up yet. They may go here. They could also go in either of these corners, but I'm not really looking to hang anything there right now since we are still working with the foundation issue. So really I am kind of leaning towards putting them over in this space. I don't really have anything else more horizontal that will fit in there, so 2 smaller, more vertical frames might fit nicely. So I may get to that. If I do hang those up, I'll check back in with you. But the one other thing I want to show you is down in the studio area. I've been thinking about doing this really since that first installation video with the Casablanca Orchid. I've wanted to put a little piece of sheetrock around this switch box so that when I do the close-ups of installing wall controls, it looks more like a finished wall. Since I have a nice finished ceiling out in the studio, I wanted to give the same appearance down at the wall. So this is really nothing too special. I'm really not skilled at drywall stuff at all. So I just made a piece where I had to cut as few switch boxes as possible and slapped a couple coats of paint on it to make it look a little bit nicer. So now when I go in for this type of close-up with those installation videos, it's going to look much nicer and much more like a typical installation in somebody's home. So I was just showing you this. I'm going to go ahead and button this back up and put the switch plates back on now. All the paint is dry now, so we're good to go. Alright, you guys, I'm popping back in. I do have these next two signs hung up. I'm quite happy with how they fit here. I do still have a larger poster or two stored up down below here, so some of these remaining things can fill in the other areas that I still have open. I want to do a little bit of display swap out here. What I want to do is drop the Winco, move the Thomas over, and take off the light kit for that location. And you can see hanging, I've had this new tone on standby. I haven't really wanted to swap out any of my small options over there, but this is one that I really like enough to warrant switching out the display. Since the new tone already has a light kit on it, I want to put it where the Thomas is. That's the main reason why I'm not just putting the new tone up in the Winco location. I have moved the Thomas over. I still have to get the switch cap on it, but I'm going to get the new tone up, and then I will check back in with you when everything is done. Alright guys, here we are, final setup. I used the glass that was on the Thomas since it's a little more proportionate for a smaller fan. And this is how they're going to be default from the display switch over by the stairs. The new tone both fan and light on and the Thomas off. So that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. I have been contemplating some more display changes. Since I haven't really had time to do that stuff the last few months, I've been itching to get back into it and make some more changes. So that may be coming up, or I might be working on another project when I come back to check in again. Either way, I'll be back soon for more. Hey guys, it's been a while again since I last picked up the camera for vlogging. I haven't had a lot of time since I had a couple of new products to work with back to back. The Irene from Chuck Matthews came in, and that kind of came together really quick, unplanned. And at that time I was already in the starting stages of lining things up with Kitchler for the kite. And as you know, I basically do a minimum of 3 videos for each new product now. Some sort of product review, whether it be a full produced one here in the studio or one of my vlog type videos, the regular full demonstration, and now installation videos as well. So to produce all that content and edit back to back, I just kind of got slammed with those projects to get done. Right now I'm just popping in with a little update of something I was working on yesterday, and then I am going to try to edit this video and see if I have enough footage to call this good. So basically I was doing a little bit of display work. You can see right here the drone is gone, and I'm a little sad about it because I really enjoyed using that fan in this location. I turned it on just about every time I was down here. However, it is now installed in my bedroom at my apartment, and I'm going to try to remember to bring my camera home, and I'll give you a little clip of that at the end of this video. I literally put it up when I got home last night, and there's new reasoning behind that switch. I'm going to see if I can show you here. I don't have the specific Hunter remote. It's still at my place with the Star. I haven't brought it back over yet, but this is the Casablanca remote from the Cambridge that was installed upstairs, and it has the same problem. It seems to involve a very specific generation of remotes, because I have one of these 99019s installed on the premium upstairs, and it has never given me any issues. But they do this thing where you press a button, and of course it's not going to do it now when I try to show you, but basically when it acts problematic, you press any one of the buttons one time and it locks up for some reason. The blue light stays on and none of the buttons function. The only fix I've found is you take the battery out, put it back in, and then it seems to work fine for a while again. But the Hunter one at my place no longer goes back to normal operation when you take the battery out. You put it back in, press a button, and it locks right back up again. So you guys know I had the Simple Connect installed on that fan, so I had been getting by for like the past week using the app on my phone. That and the whole system still work perfectly. It's just that accessory remote that I paired with this system that's not working. But even so, the app is just not really convenient to use. And over the past year I've gotten a little bit better at waking up in the morning, so I decided the light wasn't really necessary anymore. And I absolutely love the drone. My bedroom fan runs probably the most out of any there, so the little bit of energy savings with the DC motor is really welcome. So I think it was the ideal switch. I would maybe like to get the 12-inch extension for it eventually, but for now we're good to go there, and I've been enjoying it. So now back to the display with the CEC here. Obviously I had to put something else down in its place. Just go ahead and turn the display on real quick. So you can see here I have my Emerson Casablanca Classic. I had forgotten that the bearings are a little bit dry on this one, so it does have a very slight noise. On low speed, after a while, it usually goes away. I'll probably have to replace the bearings in it eventually. I believe the next change is going to be the new tone next to it. First and foremost, I do want to do a remake video of this one, but mainly it runs really stiffly and I want to work on that aspect. Don't know when I'm going to get around to working with that. I haven't even really thought about what I'm going to put in its place, but that is where we're at, and I don't think I have any other updates for you right now. So I'm done here for now, and I will probably see you guys later to look at the drone. Hey guys, so here we are to look at the drone. Really not a whole lot to see here. I'll just turn it on really quick. Definitely a fan that is too large for this room, but I do like it a lot. It moves a lot of air and it's super quiet, so it's perfect for a bedroom. As I mentioned, I would not mind getting the 12-inch down rod for this, so I might look into that down the line, but for now, here it is. I also wanted to show you guys here is that Hunter remote I was talking about earlier. Since the example I tried to show you didn't work, I can show you the exact culprit. It doesn't matter which button you press it, the light comes on and it won't function at all. And typically the fan does not respond to that initial press either. So right now this has been basically useless to me. So you go in and pop the battery out, which mind you is not really that easy to do. It goes out, pop the battery back in, try it again, and it does the exact same thing. Just this last week, I got a comment from somebody else who was having the same problem with the Casablanca 99019 system. As I mentioned earlier, it seems to be contained to a relatively small number of units, just based on the fact that I haven't really received any other messages regarding this issue. It does kind of confirm and make me think that this was a relatively small issue contained to a few specific units, but it is very odd and actually very annoying. I've really been a fan of Hunter and Casablanca's new control systems. The 99019 units that aren't problematic are fantastic, and Hunter has always made a really good basic remote, so this was a little bit disappointing. I don't know what's going on here. So as I said earlier, I think I'm going to try to wrap up this video and make it a full vlog for you. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and then be sure to hit the bell to turn on your notifications. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I hear that the bell is crucial these days, so make sure you have those notifications turned on if you want to see my videos. Thank you all so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Click left to watch my last vlog, or click right for the entire shop vlog playlist so that you can start at the beginning.